Okay, back at the 10 horse Johnson. This time we're gonna get it going, but we'll get it going for real. I last suspected it was the fuel pump wasn't supplying it with enough fuel, so I purchased another one. It's just one of these guys. I got it off Amazon for under 20 bucks. So hopefully this will supply the fuel we need. You get to watch me put it on, and then we're gonna test this out on the hose again. So let's do that. It's pretty easy. There's these two screws here and here that just come off, and after you get those off, you have access to the fuel, or to the orifice to which the fuel pump will attach to. So one screw, two screws, and you reuse these screws. The fuel pump I got doesn't come with new ones, so you gotta hang out of those. Again, you got your gasket here. You want a good seal. You want a good seal between that and the pump, so I like to use grease for that. It gets its vacuum, or it gets its its vacuum from the crankcase through this hole here. So one screw on. What I like about these pumps too is you could change the orientation of where the pickup and I guess feed tube is. It's nice to have such options depending on what your setup looks like. Okay. Let me know if I needed to keep that, I don't know, vacuum plate that was on the last one. I don't think I do. I don't see the point of that. And again, not trying to set, we're not trying to impress the engine with your torsional strength capabilities. Just snug up those screws, and those should be okay. Instead of messing around with all this garbage here, I'm just going to clip them. One. Two. Maybe I'll clip them properly. I put a bit of oil, or I just got grease on hand so I can use that to make the slide over the spigots a bit better. This is probably better angle for it. This slides on. Like that. I'm still gonna use that one. This fuel line's expensive. I think it's like $3 a foot or something crazy like that. So waste not, want not. Figure out your routing. I'll probably zip those together. You wanted a bit of slack. Slack's expensive, but you don't want to skimp on it. Go in there, and that should be good. And you know what? Even if it wasn't the fuel pump, I'm still more comfortable putting a new one on anyway, so that's cool. Zip tie the first. Zip tie the second. Zip tie the third. No, zip tie the fourth. We wanted another one. Here, just eat all this. Eat all this, by the way. Without pinching it. You don't want to pinch it and collapse it. That's never good. Okay. Here's another pro tip. Future wrenchers will thank you if you cut all these zip ties flush instead of leaving a big jagged spike for them to cut their wrist on when they're digging around in here. Cut them as flush as there so there's no way you can really significantly hurt yourself if you rub up against it with your arm. Yeah, it won't be my problem, but I'll feel for the guy if he cuts himself. So that's flush, that's flush, that's flush, that's flush. You just don't want any big jagged edges. But yeah, our fuel pump is installed. Let's hook it up to the hose in the tank. I'll be right back. Okay, we're about to start up. I haven't done anything except prime it and get the gas into the carb. I'm gonna bet 2 pulls. That wasn't a real pull. And it shifts. Okay, now we're going to move on to cleaning this thing and then power washing it. So here is a before. And then I'm going to spray it down with this stuff. It was just the cheapest stuff they had, and it worked pretty good. I've used it on others. It's Dacky, I don't know. Cheap degreaser, it's great. So now I'm going to spray it, then hose her down. Should be fun. So as I do this, I just want to stay away from the carburetors. They're already clean. I just don't want to smash jets of water through there. So yeah, there's nothing to it. Just you don't need to spray down the carb because it's already clean. And when you pressure wash it, you want to stay away from there and the flywheel, just to keep out of all the electronics and stuff. So I'll give that a minute and then I'll hit it with the pressure washer. All right, I got the pressure washer all hooked up. I'm just gonna hose her down. Again, staying away from the carburetor and the points in the electric. All right, I'm just gonna let it dry out, wipe down with a rag, and then I'm gonna start it up again just to get everything dried off. Okay, so it's all cleaned up now. I'm about to start it again and hopefully make a listing with this video as well. All I've done was hook up the hose and the fuel tank. Let's see how easily it wants to start today. Ooh, look at that. That will be on the stand next, so stay tuned.